I got this kiddo with me to do a job. I need my sunglasses. Come on. So we're going to be working out here. Dad is supposed to be finding me in a minute. Getting me the 4x4s later. See, he's got rubber boots, guys. He has worked outside before, even though some of you guys question on how much Levi does and doesn't do. This has already dried up a lot from the other day when I was bogging in it. But I didn't get my cement yet. But this is already dried up good. Alright, so open this. Open this. There's that dip right there. That's where I need to fill it. I'm going to put sand in here and I'm going to put cement in here. Levi, come through here. I got my T111 to the siding stuff to cut. And okay, Levi, that gate's closed so they can't get in. So I'm going to go open this gate behind you. Look at me.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Yeah.
See that gate right there?
Yeah.
That gate?
Yeah.
I'm going to open it and you're going to start picking up this stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm going to show you the burn pile to put it in.
Yeah.
Okay?
Quite a burn pile to put it in.
There's a burn pile. And we're going to get all this junk over there to the burn pile. All of these limbs right here, they got to go to the burn pile too. And then that'll clean up this area for when I start working on this floor. Okay? All right, we're gonna work on this now. Let me set this down over here. All right, baby. I'll let it run for a couple of minutes so y'all can see him doing a job. I know I don't have to prove anything to anybody, but I do have Levi working with me sometimes. Just when it's nasty and wet, I don't expect him to go gather eggs. Plus, I don't trust him with the eggs. He's not a very, what's the word? Soft? Gentle? Not a very gentle person. Start picking that stuff up. You can start with those limbs if you want. Start picking them up. And you can pick up two. I'm sure you can carry two. I'm going to get some of this junk. And then I will show you where to throw it. And then you can just keep moving stuff out here. Come on. Pick up any of those limbs. You're just walking past them, but you can pick them up. Okay, this is going to be a slow process. We're not going to film every little single thing, but he's doing his jobs. Doing your jobs, baby? Huh? Yeah, collection of jobs? Yeah. All right, see you guys later. You guys see them? They were over there barking at Billy. Baby, you want to come out here a little further? Want to come out here a little further? Hi, sweet girl. That's a girl. There she is. can see. I don't know what y'all could see just then. Her hopping with, running along with me. That's a good girl. Now my butt is wet. Now my butt is wet. Oh, look, she's... See, this is what I want her to do. She can't do any of this inside that stall. So I put baby girl out here in the side, and I also put Molly out for get some sun. Oh, I see them both laying. I love it. Oh, I love it. They're both laying out getting some sun. Can y'all see them? There they are. Both of them getting some sun. So I did get some work done out here. I fixed the gate here going in. And then I put some sand in that hole right there. I don't know if y'all can see. I don't know what you can see because the sun is glaring. I think I'm going to go ahead and build a gate. I've got to get a project done for Lester and Jamie. And then once I've done that, get that out of the way, then I'm going to just build a gate out of the rails like I did those gates over there, down there. Just 3 rails. And yeah, I screwed that up there, put some more screws in up there, made sure it was good and tight. But it's this building is, it's not going anywhere. So Dad is supposed to go to the back either this evening, he said, or tomorrow, and he'll get me the 4x4s. I don't know exactly where they're at back there. And then I've already placed my order to pick up at Home Depot. That's the only thing that I don't like about Home Depot. Although you could always check prices at McCoy's and then check your price at Home Depot and compare. Sometimes it doesn't matter. I used to say, well, Home Depot was a little cheaper. It's because it's all self-serve. You're basically having to do everything yourself. Where at McCoy's, you go in, you tell them what you want, then you drive through and they load you. And I like that. That's what I like about McCoy's. But Home Depot, lately they're not any cheaper. I mean, sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. But I went ahead and did my order to be picked up. And then I started to put Tony's name in as a pickup guy because he's already almost there by Home Depot when he gets off work. And I'm thinking, but what if they don't come out and he's wanting to get home? So anyway, it's okay. I'm just going to tell him to bring the truck this evening to me. I think he'll get his vehicle fixed sometime next week or in the next few days. Anyway, yeah, so maybe he'll get it fixed tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. He should get up in the morning and go straight with his vehicle to have that last bit of stuff done on it. But anyway, regardless of that, I will need my truck tomorrow to go pick up that order, then get home. And hopefully by the time I get home, Daddy will have the 4x4s pulled out and we can throw that floor down really, really fast and be done. I'll be done with that. I'll have to pull up, unscrew that feeder and cut it down because once it's sitting on the floor, it's going to be way up high. Might not even need a feeder. May just, you know, just for the 2 of them right now, just put a couple of those big rubber, need to get a couple more of those big rubber thick, you know, feeding bowls, but they're really heavy rubber. I've got some out there that I feed the goats in, but they need theirs, otherwise they fight. I'll make them pick up a couple next time I go to town. But anyway, yeah, so I'm really happy. I got things cleaned up out here. It's drying up with the sun. It'll be drier in there come tomorrow when we're working, so we won't have to work so much in the wet. And then I do want to hook a light up out here. I haven't should have been doing that. I worked out here, then I went in and took a little bit of break. My pants were wet where I sat on the ground and played with her. But I would like to get a new, I need to get one. I need to order one. I have a lot of solar lights you guys have sent me, but they're movement kind. They just don't come on at dark and stay on all night. That's what I like, dusk to dawn. So that was a dusk to dawn. It's gone out. And it broke loose, so I pulled it out of the way over there and unplugged it from inside. So more than likely, all I have to do is get me a new dusk to dawn light kit. I'll use that same plug that it's hooked to it. I'll just unhook all that and hook it right up here on the side of the wall of the old barn. And I know it doesn't look like it now, but I really think it would be really cool to be able to replace. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna show y'all. This is where I want to have the farmers market. Now, there's a whole lot of cleanup that has to be done for that. Like some kind of a wall, a privacy fence will have to be built over there behind my shop. From my shop to the barn, to this building. Because I don't want, as people come, yes, they're coming to my property, but I don't want them to see in the backyard. What if Levi's on the trampoline or he's in the pool or something? I don't want them to be able to see through, I guess, although they could see right through the window. But anyway, I don't want just everything of view to everybody. So I would like to build some kind of a real pretty privacy fence from the back of my shop to this building. And I may just do it from this fence. I know now we're just getting into a whole new thing. This video's done been sidetracked because I get sidetracked. We could put it at this corner right here where this fence is and go to the shop. And then I can just make that area really pretty. And even sometimes on nice weather days, maybe sit a couple of tables out there and have things sitting out there. But then this is a 24 by 24. It's a perfect square. All the way around this building at one time was this 105 siding. I don't know if they called it 105 siding back in 1940, but that's basically what it is, 105 siding. I'm pretty sure it may not have been called the same thing, but they still make it the same because this is a piece of 105 siding that I bought. And remember, I had that piece left over from the other end of it that I used in my bathroom as the backsplash on my sink. That's what that is, 105 siding. So the bottom down here behind this is really, really rotten. You can see it right there. The first 3 layers needs to be replaced all the way down. All the way down. Then, if this metal was to come down, see it? It's back here. This is 105 siding all back there. I'd already built this dadgum shed on here before I really realized the significance of maybe pulling all the metal off and allowing the wood to show, painting it really good, and just, so I've already done it. I've already got this here. So this back wall may never get messed with until I decide where and when I'm going to build the real barn for her and the second dairy cow we get. Because I'm thinking I wouldn't mind it being something like a 24. It doesn't have to be 24 deep, but 24 wide would be good with 2 12-foot stalls split down the middle. And they don't have to be 12 feet deep. Maybe it could be like, suppose they could be 12 by 12. That's a big stall. This is 12 by 8. The width is really good. You don't even need anything that wide. I mean, if you think about it, when you look at those big parlors or whatever they're called, where the cows go in, they get automatically milked. Those little things are about 4 foot wide, and they walk in them, and those milk things stick up to them. So seriously, then they back out. They don't go forward. I don't know, maybe some of them do go forward. Maybe some kind of little automatic gates open and they can go forward. But they're very little, narrow little things they walk up into. So, I don't know. I don't really think it has to be 12. I could probably get by with a little bit smaller than that. Maybe 10 or even, yeah, I'd say 10. That gives me room on both sides to milk. But, look at her. That sun's in her eyes, so she shut them. Can y'all see her? She had something stuck to her a while ago, but she wouldn't come to me to let me check it. Anyway, I was thinking maybe 10 or 12 wide, but they don't have to be that deep. So they could maybe be 8 deep. But then I would want a little bit that's not a stall. That's like the stalls are deep in there, but out here they would just be open. So when it's raining or whatever, I don't really want them bedding up in the stalls where I'm going to sit and milk. I want that to stay a clean area. So you bring them in, you milk them, they leave, you know? So the one stall specifically, the other one where the little calf will go. So, you know, if we're keeping the calf or even the first few, you know, if she's still on her or a little bit on her or whatever, we still have her while she's being milked. I don't want the calf to be right there messing with me while I'm milking her. So I do like my grandpa did and put the calf in the stall beside her. So she can see the calf can see mama, but there's no screaming and crying. Anyway, so I would say that I could probably get by with like a 18 deep and 20 wide. So it'd be, you'd walk 18 feet from the beginning of the barn to the back of the barn would be 18 feet deep. But 8 foot in would be where the gate is to the stall. So literally it's like their stalls are back there, 2 10 by 10 stalls. That's a pretty good stall, 10 by 10. And then when the stall doors are closed, they can't get in, they can't mess with it. They have an 8 foot by 20 space to stand out of the rain or the sun, if it's, you know, whatever. Just gives them a place to be under a roof, but they would still be, you know, they would still have a place to stand, but not be outside if they wanted. I think, but I have to figure out a place to put that because I don't want to have to put it way back here. I don't want to have to go that far to walk. I don't want to bring that much. I don't want to bring milk all the way back this far. I would rather it be in this general space right here. So I was thinking earlier, if I was to, when it gets ready in time to figure out to build the new barn, go ahead and take this fence down right here and bring it over to the edge of the building. And go back out with it. And maybe we could just go ahead and take this fence from the corner of the building and bring it straight down and just keep on going. I'm pretty sure I'm walking off track because I'm not good about this kind of stuff, the straight line stuff. But just keep on going or thinking about it. If nothing else, when I get ready to redo the chicken yard, go ahead and go by that corner. Hook my string to that corner and then go that way with it. And then make the chicken yard from here over. And then this little bit, there'll be a little bit of this that will go back to being, Jensen, will go back to being part of this over here. Okay, so once the fence comes back over here, this has to get out of here. This big trough was here brought for my horse. And Daniel needs to come get it. But he can't do it now with his tractor because it is wet, wet, wet. I don't want big old nasty tracks left in here. But once the fence is brought over here, we could probably start, we don't even have to put the fence over here. If we start immediately with the barn may come off this barn this way. We could come off this barn this way, 20 foot, and then go out that way, 18. That would be pretty awesome. No, that's the north side, and I don't want the wind coming in. So we would have to come off this 20, we would have to come out here 18 feet this way. And then move over that way 20 foot. And then come out that way with the wall. That would be good. And so it would be just like it is now, except it would be built out this way. This direction. You know what I'm saying? And so it would be 18 feet going this way. And 20 feet going that way. And 2 stalls back there, just like that stall, but 2 from end to end, split in the middle, come out 10 foot, stop, put 2 gates, and the rest of the 8 foot would be for them to walk and hang out in rain, but it would be a wall solid on the north side, so they would be behind it. It'd be a windbreak behind it. I think that would be good. And then I can always still use that gate coming in, but I plan, do y'all see that little opening right there? That's part of the barn. That was a door that I had for the horse to come in when I first got her. I opened that and she would go in, and she had to duck her head too. Well, unless a horse is like doing anything like looking proud, their head sort of down a little bit anyway, but that's where she would. So I could still leave that as an opening there, leave it. I have it drawn up in my plans when the slab gets poured in there and everything starts getting framed up. There is going to be a 3 foot wide door right there, an exterior door going out. So if that would work out to be 20 foot, that would be awesome. I could be in there, come right out, come in here and milk, and take milk right back in again, sit it on the counter. It would be out of the weather, it'd be out of the cats, let nothing be messing with it until I can work with it in the house. You know, like even if I want to go stick it in the refrigerator that I'm keeping in there until I, you know, get it strained and everything. I'm just thinking right now. I don't know for sure, but I think that's the area. I'm thinking now that might be what I need to do. This fence needs to be replaced anyway. This one, look at this one. This one's broke at the ground. So it really does need to be revamped. So seriously, if I come off this, I'm sorry I keep making my and I noticed earlier this morning, the video y'all are going to get for tomorrow, my gifts and goodies video, I keep wiping my nose. I'm just like a child. I'm not just kidding. So come off this, come walk out here 18 feet and put a stake in the ground. 18 feet. Wherever that comes to be. I'm saying right here, but this might be too far. Might not be enough. I don't know. 18 feet to here. Then walk that way, and that would be 20 that way. But 18 feet, put a stake, and this is where the extension of the barn or the parlor or whatever you want to call it for the cow, this is the cows, this is where it will be. Then my fence would only have to start here and go down straight that way. And then all of this comes out and gets just moved over this way a little bit. Actually, you know what? That corner where it cuts back and goes to that almost looks straight from here. That looks too far. That post is too far that way. But if I look right down through here, it almost looks like that corner is right there. Like this whole, it would just straighten all of this up anyway. I don't know. That's just a thought. Just thinking it through. But that's what's going to be here for a while. I mean, we've got 2 years, if not more. Daddy says don't breed her till she's 24 months. But things I've read about dairy cows, most people are, and you know what? Maybe that's too soon. I guess I'll know it when I see her. When I see her and I see her full size and she's filled out and she's pretty and she's, you know, then I'll say, okay, she's 18 months old. Let's just go ahead. She's already, you know, maybe she's already come in once and gone out maybe, because they say they mature. Their maturity is, I don't know. I just read so much stuff. I don't know who's telling the truth and who's not, and who's to believe and if I'm understanding it or whatever. But most of the things I were reading was that they were breeding them at 15 months. 9 months later, 9+ months later, they're throwing a calf and they're being milked. So I was saying in 2 years I'll be milking her, but it may be that I can't milk her in 2 years. I may have to put it off a little bit. Look at Jensen. I love that she's laying in the sun. When I get her bottle later and come out, then I'll take her back to the stall inside the shop. Molly. Molly, look at her ears. Like a baby girl. I see you. That's who needs to be fat. You can't even love her without touching a bone. All right, I'm going to get in. I was just wanting to check on them. They've been out here about an hour since I went in and started doing a video up and then reading some different stuff about dairy cows. I've been reading all kinds of stuff lately. Yeah, let me get on in the house. Jensen, honey, come on. Let's go. All right, see you guys later.